everybody. Welcome to our webinar. We're going to be getting started in just a couple of minutes. It's nice to see everyone here today. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Sandra Grauschopf. I'm the marketing manager here at Kodeco. So most of you probably know Kodeco, but we are an e-learning platform for mobile developers. We try to help developers learn and grow from all around the world. We've been doing this for about 14 years. We were founded by Ray Venderlich, who was learning iOS programming and decided to share what he learned in a blog. And from that, it's grown into books and videos and courses and all kinds of things. So today we wanted to give you an overview of the upcoming features of Apple Intelligence, which Apple is adding AI to their native platform support for apps in the Apple ecosystem. This is brand new stuff. It's just rolling out. It's not available everywhere yet. But Emad Ghorbaninia is here today with us, and he's going to be demonstrating two important features of this, Writing Tools and Siri and Apple Intelligence. And he's going to get started now and walk you through the process. Kodeco is offering both a live bootcamp and a self-paced certificate program in Apple Intelligence if you'd like to really learn how to apply these in your apps and go into a lot of depth. At the very end of the presentation, Emad is going to give you a code that will give you a discount on either program if you'd like. So Emad, please feel free to get started.
Sure. Hey, everyone. My name is Emad, and I'm going to try to share my screen and see if it works. So give me a second. That should work. Everyone can see my screen, right? Perfect. So today we're going to talk about Apple Intelligence in action, applying some of the smart features to your app from Apple Intelligence. But before that, I just give you some overall view of who I am. My name is Emad, and I'm living in Denmark. I have a company called Maze, and I've been working with Kodeco for past 4 or 5 years, doing mobile development for more than 12 years. And right now I'm working on my startup and giving some consultancy to different companies regarding mobile and AI. So the agenda for today is you get some overview of Apple Intelligence, and then I'll give you some live demo for writing tools and tell you a bit about Siri. And then you get the chance to have a Q&A at the end, and then if you could survive the whole session, you get access to the special discount on the live bootcamp of Apple Intelligence at Kodeco. So
I found some web results.
nice.
Them if you ask again from your iPhone.
That's a nice one. So Siri is listening all the time. So Apple Intelligence, it was released 2-3 weeks ago, and last night Apple released another version. But the fun part was we got the sneak peek of 18.1, which is rare that Apple in the beta version release like one extra version to just give us access to extra feature, which we do know that will not come in September as a major release, but it will come later on. And it will be available everywhere, but right now there are some limitation. But the good thing is it's just good for demo and working on different features. And I know some people are writing books, making courses, and it's nice to get access to these features. And as Apple mentioned in the WWDC, that all those cool feature, it was it was right. It's working. It's so crazy, all the feature that when you go through to it and you see it in action. So there are two major features that we can see right now on AI in parentheses Apple Intelligence is first is Siri, and then second is writing tools, and then the rest we don't know yet, but we are happy, we get access to some cool features, and it's for free so far. There are some rumors that will be like some cost of monthly, whatever dollars that we don't know how much. Generally speaking, Siri is nice and recently was not easy to work with, but with the new update, you get to see it's working very well. And then writing tools, it's the cool feature for the apps that they offer text editing. And personally looking forward to see that playground, image playground, that you can generate a lot of images or emojis, but it's not out there yet. So what's the writing tools? So if you are using default components like text fields, either on UIKit or Swift UI, everything should work in your app. As we can see, everything is working in the Notes app or any other app that offer like Safari or any text editing apps. And what it is, generally speaking, Writing Tools is a tool that helps you to rewrite or fix your issues while writing, or getting it like more professional, more friendly, or rewriting different things. And it's good and bad because it's not mature enough yet, but we saw the demo. It gets like a lot more genius. But the thing that we have right now, it's good, and then we can start uh, adopting to our app to help our users to use it. Uh, and you can of course limit it if you want. But there is also another issue for early adopters, is like it's working quite good if you want to customize it with UIKit, but it wouldn't easily work with the Swift UI if you want to just use the default component. And I love when this guy is laughing. It's so cool. So we'll take a look in a bit. Let's go with Siri. So if you're not listening, uh, my lovely Siri, you can do many things with Siri, and that is like amazing. And it all can be adapted into your app, and you get to allow Siri to go through to your app, start running a lot of actions, and then getting to know your app functionality better and learn from it. And it's all happening using app intent, as we know, and it's not a brand new feature or functionality that Apple introduced, and it just works. So Apple introduced in this video of last WWDC how to add assistant schemas into your app to be able to allow Siri to run and perform actions inside of your app. So it's easy, it's a couple of lines of code, but it's hard to test because Siri decides whether to use your app or another apps based on the need of the user. So if user will be so generic, maybe your app wouldn't be picked up by Siri. But if user will be like precise and say like your app's name and wants to run some action, that's easy to test. But we're not gonna go that much detail today about the series, just a sneak peek. And if you like to know more about all these features or functionality, you can just sign up for our bootcamp using Apple Intelligence in different areas, and we dive into the Siri a lot. So enough with the slide. Let's demo. I'm going to share my screen here. What we have today here is a test app that I want to walk you through to it. But before that, I want to show you something in Notes. So just imagine you have a long, very long text, and you want to give me a second. So we're almost there. So let me share my screen one more time. Everyone can see the screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So let's try it one more
Try
time.
again.
Yes. Let's right click and then have show writing tools and then nice animation, and we hope we are not getting disconnected this time. There we go. So this is like highlighted that it changed the verb from come to comes or comes to come. And then the other one is the word on demand, which added the dash between or removed it. I don't know. But that was just showing, yes, exactly. Yeah, it removed the dash here and then removed the S from here. And done. It replaced it. But the other cool feature will be like, I don't know, key points. It gives us, if it works, yes, the key points like communication revolution and the workplace transformation are the key points of this text. And we can do many more things, which I don't want to waste your time more than this. As you can see, everything is available in the notes, but we want to make sure those things are also available in our app. How can we do it? So the good news is if you have an app that has a text view, either text editor from SwiftUI or UIKit text view, you get to get that feature as well. So right now, if you look at on the left side of the screen, I have the text editor, and that text editor is disabling writing tools, which means if I select everything and right click, there is no writing tools. But if I do it here in the UIKit one, there is a writing tools. So one of the cool feature Apple released is it works fine with any text editor that you have, and you can easily disable it or limit it to having like limited access. Or if you don't have anything, it's just automatically enable it based on the user preferences. So maybe users could go and disable it from the Siri at the setting app, so that they won't get it either in your app. But generally speaking, it should work. And then here we have in the text UIKit text view, we have all those features, as you can see. So by the way, this is a test app, and that's being designed for iPad, and I ran it on the Mac Mini. So you can see it like this is the iPad app. It's not the Mac Mini app. I just use Swift UI and everything. That's why I'm saying UIKit, but it's the Mac app. So, but let's go and see like what can we do with the key points. Works the same. So you get that extra pop-up that explain, and then you can copy or replace it. But the other cool feature, which was like the nice animation that is also working with your app. Oh yeah, there it is. I try to follow it up. I missed it. So that works fine. As you can see, it shows the come and then the on-demand one. That works completely fine with the either SwiftUI or UIKit. But let's dive into more detail. Let me check. Yeah, we have more time. So let's dive into more detail. Here you can see I have a text view representable. That is like a way to show a UIKit view in the Swift UI. And then I made a view. So it's a bit different than Swift UI. You can change the behavior by add that feature to this place, saying like it should be non-limited or whatever. But there is another extra functionality in UIKit that you can allow input options from AI to your text view that says like, I allow to put list or tables or whatever inside my view. That helps some of the apps if they support these inputs in their custom text view, text view, that they can do some magic with it. But let's go to more fun. So as you know, there is a way to handle delegation in the UI kit through Swift UI. It's called coordinator. And then I added coordinator here and extra delegation on the text view. Now we get some variable in any text view that says is writing tools active. It shows you if it's active or not. And then we get extra delegation that says like text view writing tools will begin and did end. This helps you to control the content that is generated by AI to be filtered out or even shown different places, and you keep your text as it was before if you have a text editor app. Because some of the functionality, as you saw here, is like it shows edited or not edited. But if, for example, if we go like, let's put this as done, and if we go, for example, to like make friendly and wait, come on, Apple, you can do better. Yeah, we got the new one. And boom. Sometimes that pop-up show up to ask you if you want to revert it or not. Sometimes not. So you lost the points that you had those text before, and now it's more friendly, but I don't like it. What can I do? Nothing. And I'm sure that's a bug of the system. They will fix it. But just imagine if your user wants to keep their text and get some preview and Apple wouldn't provide those preview for them, what will happen? That's the case. You get to have these delegation to do some magic. Or there's another case. Okay, let me show you this. So you can see like all these prints work. So every time I show the writing tools, it shows here and did end, will begin and everything. So just imagine your app is for children or it's for like adult only. And whatever content that was generated, you want to filter it out. I made an example. It doesn't work. I just want to give you an idea. So you have like a modifier that says like avoid this text, and you get text to avoid here in the view, not modifier, a variable, sorry. And then here you can check in the delegate if the content has those sensitive data. You can just filter it, replace it, do whatever with it. But these are all on UI kits. Still no nothing almost on the Swift UI to control the data that's coming from AI. Yes. What else you can do? I just want to show you more. So make a list. That is perfect. I really love it because I'm okay. It's not working. I love it. Let's rerun the app. That's the benefit of working with the beta versions. So you don't know when it works, when it's not. Make a list. Yeah, there we go. So I'm lazy. I don't want to. I don't like those full text. I like the list style. But as I said, if you replace it, you lose the content. So you need to find a solution for that. But there is a fun bug that I want to show you. So if you right click and say, I want a table. So after a while, you get a table, impact of technology, and then positive and negative impact of those impacts. And when you replace it, boom, you get like text all over the places. So if your view doesn't support markdown or doesn't support table input, you get something like this. And on top, if you just enable, let me show you the last part. So we were talking about to put this one for our text view and say like, this is allowed to have a table. When you run your app with this input, you get to see this nice crash and says UI text view does not yet support UI writing tools result table. So I love the way that they wrote it like yet. So you either wait, maybe I haven't updated to the last update from yesterday, but make sure you check everything. And I saw in GitHub that you can have a customized button that provoke an action of those writing tools actions. So you can have your own button to run like make friendly, but I'm not sure how. So we need more time to get to more detail how to do these things, but I'm sure you get the idea of how things works. And that was it for now. So I will jump back to my current location to answer questions.
We have some questions waiting for you already.
Nice. Let me share my screen in a sec. So
Yeah.
there we go. Questions. So what do we have?
Okay, so first let's ask, there's a lot of curiosity about which OS and Xcode versions we need to build this. Are you showing this on a Mac? And are these features only available on Sequoia macOS 18.1 with Xcode 16.1? Or are there more options at the moment?
That's a very good question. Let me teleport to my Mac and see what's the version of it. Mac OS is the beta version, and it's 15.1. And the Xcode, let me check the Xcode. Yeah, the Xcode is also the beta version. So both of them are beta, but on the latest beta of the Xcode, there was no simulator of 18.1. So I couldn't run on the simulator of 18.1 of the Mac, if I'm not mistaken. So I had to do it like for the newest beta simulator to see if it works or not. So it's a lot of uncertainty right now, and you just need to try it to see if it works. More question.
Next question, since you're based in Europe, do you already know what limitations Apple Intelligence will have in Europe from a developer point of view? Will we be able to build and use the tools in Europe and just not be able to publish them in the EU? If not, do we know a workaround like a US account plus a VPN or something similar?
To be honest, it's a lot of complex things but what I know is it will be available as Apple promised, but not this year to EU.
Another question, does SwiftUI's text field also get automatic writing tools, or does it only work with text editor and UIKit's text view?
Any editable text in any default components will get this unless you disabled it or user disabled it or user never have access to it. So yes.
Another question, is there any support for iOS yet?
I need more collaboration, but as of now, it is supported on iOS, iPadOS, macOS, all the OS. I haven't checked on watchOS or tvOS, to be honest, because it's a writing tools and you won't get to write that much on the tvOS or watchOS. But it works. I assume it works also in visionOS. So yes.
Your demo illustrated these features with text editor and text view types. Are there any other types available? Presumably AI tools require text, not yet supporting images, for example.
Yes, so far until yesterday, I haven't updated my knowledge since yesterday Apple released a new version, but until yesterday there was only support for the text that is available to any of those tools, but um, Siri also works on like many things. You need to try it out to see how it works in Siri, but images it's not out there yet or until yesterday.
I believe that is coming though, isn't it? Hasn't that been one of the things they announced they're going to be working on?
Yeah. They will, but I don't know when.
Will you be able to add a small language model to your app?
Yes, I'm currently working on an app that's I fetch large language models and then translate it to core ML and then use it. So yes, it is possible, but not through Apple Intelligence that is completely customized for you. So you cannot, as far as I know, you cannot feed Apple Intelligence with your own models, customized models, because there are lots of security and everything that Apple are so proud of with all the AI thingy that they released. But in my knowledge, no, you cannot feed the local AI with your own models. But I'm not
The
100%
way,
sure.
at least slightly related, Emad is going to be offering a webinar, a free webinar in 2 weeks about using AI APIs, which is too many letters, in your apps. And that topic includes including large language models like ChatGPT. We're just working out the final details so I can announce it and start letting people know. But do keep an eye out if that's something you're interested in.
I'm also a lead mentor in the upcoming Apple Intelligence Bootcamp. So I'll be with you if you sign up for that for a longer period. So we can work with each other a lot. Let's go with the next one.
Hard to say right now, but do you think it would be possible to use Apple Intelligence to crunch through some data and get results? For example, time series data?
I don't know.
It's not really a feature yet, right?
I if he or she could collaborate more, I just don't understand exactly. And uh,
Julio, if
that's
you could give some more context, that would be helpful.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. So Susanna says it's not a feature of writing tools, but there are a lot of other Apple Intelligence features. They're rolling them out so slowly. That's the difficulties when you're demonstrating something that's brand new.
yeah.
So hopefully more details will come to light quickly. Let me see.
There are two questions in the Q&A.
Yeah.
I
Giorgio
just
mentions regarding Xcode and 18.1 Sim, Xcode 16.1 beta was released yesterday. Just a helpful
oh yeah.
comment.
Okay, I didn't know that. And
So
which version of the Mac OS is Emad running? It's 15.1. Okay, let me share my screen and go to the last slide that people are looking for. Okay, let me do it. So nice. Uh, Now we have a special discount code, as you can see, it's here. And the capital letters are important, and it's over 200 off on the list price. So we're gonna have some discounts, so we'll get over those some percentage off that is worth more than 200.
So this is linked to all of our boot camps, including the 2 AI boot camps that we're getting started with. And that is artificial intelligence APIs, and this one is build AI-powered apps with Apple Intelligence. So you can see both of those on that page, and if you're interested and want to sign up, there's a link there that you can enter the code. If you have questions, we have a dedicated person who answers all of your questions about the boot camps. So you can sign up for a free call with him and he'll walk you through everything and tell you how it works. So Edward is asking, the courses can't start until the product ships. The courses are not starting yet. Apple Intelligence APIs starts on September 23rd to November 22nd. On the page that I linked you to, if you click on that Apple Intelligence Bootcamp, it tells you the syllabus and everything that we are creating for it. So it gives you a good outline of what we're going to be covering in that bootcamp. By the way, the email I send out with the recording, it will also have this link and that coupon code. So if you didn't see it or have any questions, you'll get it again, don't worry. I just want to thank you, especially Emad, for giving the demo and for all of you for attending. I really appreciate it. It was nice having a little time to chat about this stuff and get a nice overview.
Thank
And
you,
if
everyone.
you have any questions, please reach out. I'm at marketing@kodeco.com. I hope to see you all at the next,
Sandra.
thank you, at the next webinar. Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye.